everybody, I wanted to share with you today the number one business principle that's helped me in my career. It's helped me to start companies as like an entrepreneurial venture. It's helped me run and manage projects and lead them to completion and be successful. It's helped me manage business operations, whether it's managing people or it's introducing products and services. And it's helped me steer businesses, including in the CEO role. So please excuse the perhaps scattered nature of this video. I haven't really rehearsed. I just thought I'd explain this, and hopefully you get some value for it. This will hopefully help you in your career, whether you're a manager or whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're just a person wanting to get a job and do well at your job. Okay, and possibly get noticed, possibly have good results. Okay, so hopefully this is of interest to you. If you are a manager, if you are an entrepreneur, this would hopefully be of a special interest to you. I've consulted and told this to a lot of people, and it's really helped them. Anyway, okay, the principle is that of prioritizing quality first. Now, I know that sounds pretty mundane and pretty simple, but number one, there's actually a little bit more to it. And number two, although a lot of people say this, very few people seem capable of actually doing it. Okay. So let me explain what that means. Okay. This is not original to me. This came from a study that started back in the 60s and went all through the 80s. And it was called PIMS, P-I-M-S. And, what this was, it was a huge study that looked at every type of company, every industry, every size of company, and they really tried to analyze using statistical methods what factors, with the business strategy, the things that the companies were doing, what was it that more than anything else led to financial success? Okay, and as I say, this spanned every industry, every country, every type of company. What was it that you can do that will most likely lead to financial success? So that means business success, like you sell a lot of products or you sell a lot of services or whatever it is you're trying to do catches on, right? So not only do you have success in terms of goals like selling things and stuff, but it leads also to financial success. What is the factor? And they did this study and they found several factors that were very important. But the number one thing was quality. They found that managers or companies that prioritized quality above every other concern tended to come out on top in the sense of they made the most money. They found success and then they were the most profitable. Now, on the surface, it sounds self-evident, right? You do something well, it succeeds. I mean, how more simple can you get? But as anyone who's ever tried to start a company or design a product or lead a business operation or plan a project, like run a project, you know that in the process of doing that, you face all kinds of business decisions, all kinds of sort of forks in the road, and you have to make a series of decisions. And although it sounds very nice to always prioritize quality, a lot of things get in the way. The biggest one being cost, right? Another one being convenience or schedule, like a timeline. These things, they're very real concerns. And so if you have a decision where you could either do the best quality solution or you could have the quickest solution, it's tempting to do the quickest. If you have a decision where you could either do something that gives you the best quality product or gives you a much, much cheaper product, it's very tempting to do the cheaper product, right? So it actually takes a hell of a lot of discipline to actually implement this strategy in the real world. Now, I want to give you an example. Okay, let's talk about YouTube as an example, because I think, I don't know if I said it, but like I was thinking, we are probably both familiar with YouTube, so that might be a good example. So, okay, something very, very straightforward. I make videos on my channel. That's one of the things I do. And, like anyone else, I'm wanting my videos to be successful. So I have to make a series of decisions of how I would do my videos, right? It's like my product, right? If you regard a YouTube channel as a business operation or a company, your videos would be your product, right? So when you make a video, you're confronted with a lot of decisions. Should I make a long video or should I make a short video? That's kind of one question. Now, YouTube likes, it looks on your channel favorably if you have a lot of watch time. So that means people are watching your videos for longer. It adds up the amount of views you have, and then it adds up the average amount of minutes that people are watching your videos, and it gives you a view time, like in minutes or hours or whatever. And the more view time you have, the more favorably it regards your channel, the more it promotes you. So an example of a business decision, if you were doing, say, a YouTube channel, would be, okay, how long are your videos going to be? Now, I have the ability to make a very short video, like a 2-minute video, or I can make a very long video. I can make a 20-minute video. Now, here's the first decision and how it kind of works. Now, what most people do is they think, okay, YouTube cares about watch time, so I want to maximize my watch time. So if I were to make my videos longer, that would increase the amount of watch time per view. And if I have the same amount of views, then I would have even more watch time. So that's how I'm going to maximize my watch time. Seems logical, right? Now, that's a strategy that I know some YouTubers do. I try and not do that. I do the opposite of that because I figure that having a video be compact is a good thing. People like compact videos. I'm sure you would prefer that I would communicate what I want to say in a minute rather than dragging it out for 15 minutes to say the same thing, right? I could make you, I could have all kinds of fancy title sequences and credits and, like I could just really inflate it so that it's very, very long. But I think from the perspective of the viewer, which would be the customer in this case, you could regard them as a customer, the quality would go down if you had to watch a long video, that someone else could say in a short video. Okay, so here's a contradiction. If you make a long video, you're prioritizing watch time over quality, right? If you make a short video, if you try and make it very compact and deliver the value in a much shorter time, that's just as good in every other respect, then you're prioritizing quality over watch time, right? Now, the conventional wisdom says make long videos so that you maximize your watch time. However, the problem is that if people don't like your videos, they're not going to watch them. And then they're probably not going to like your channel and watch videos off your channel. So in the end, their number of views goes down, right? Pretty straightforward. So even though you've got a higher watch time per view, the number of views goes down. So your watch time doesn't really end up being very high. However, if you take the opposite approach, you prioritize quality, you make a short video, okay, that's the same in every respect, only it's a lot shorter. Your watch time per video is not as much, or your watch time per view is not as much, but because your video is much higher quality, people watch it, people watch more of your videos, they maybe recommend your videos to other people, YouTube might promote your channel more, and as a result, your number of views grow tremendously. Now the question is, it's a math problem. If I make my video shorter, will I gain, I will probably gain more views, but will I gain enough views to have a greater watch time, total watch time in the end? Now, this business principle says yes. Okay, this is the key point here. that if you prioritize quality over every other concern, okay, price, convenience, any other more immediate concern, okay, if you prioritize quality, in the end, you will be more successful. Okay, that's what this principle says. Okay, and this is the number one guiding principle that leads. They've shown this with data and, in scientific studies in universities all over the world. They've shown that this is the thing that leads to business success and financial success more than any other thing you could possibly do. Okay. Now, this also applies not just in business, it applies in other things too, but we're mainly talking about a business application here. If you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to figure out, what could I do? What could I make? What service could I provide? What product could I design that people would want? And you're making a series of decisions to shape the offering that you're going to give. This principle should guide your every decision. Okay, you maximize quality. A lot of people I see, they make the mistake of minimizing price, and that ultimately is self-defeating. The only people that can win in that game are people that have huge economies of scale, the biggest players. And unless you happen to be the CEO of Walmart or anything like that, this won't apply to you. So you have to look elsewhere. And so if you prioritize quality in a niche, in a small area where you focus on quality, that's the thing that's going to lead to success. So maybe you're not an entrepreneur. Maybe you're somebody who's just, you're just a middle manager, or you're just a regular Joe working at a job. And but maybe you're ambitious. Maybe you want to stand out. You want to achieve good results. Okay, this principle will help you. So there you go. I hope that was useful. I would love to talk more about business and business strategy. There isn't too much of an opportunity on my regular channel because what people seem to want are how to get a job videos, and that's cool. But I think once you have a job and you want to perform well, or maybe as an alternative to getting a job, you are curious about being an entrepreneur, then this is something that hopefully will help you. And if you embrace this principle and you learn as much as you can about this and similar business ideas, this is the formula for success. So thank you very much for your attention. Don't forget to do all the things that you're supposed to do. What is it? You're already subscribed, like the video. But I think the most important one is to let me know in the comments what your reaction is to this. I'm hopefully going to be introducing a course in the near future, a second course, that will go into some of these principles and help people learn about how to achieve business success. So if you're interested in that, or you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for your attention. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.